I say carpenters, you say power. Carpenters! 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 Well, good morning. My name is Ron Roulette. I am the political director for the North Coast States Carpenters Union, and it's great to be back in Sacramento. The carpenters are back because we want to build housing. And the carpenters are back because we have solutions for housing. We have a great lineup of speakers today. We have a great bill that should be going to the assembly floor, and we were asking for these legislators to pass AB1751. Our sponsor of AB 1751 from New California Coalition, Tracy Hernandez.
Did I hear a yes on 1751? Yes! Why are we here? We're here because all of Californians deserve to have a home that they can actually afford to buy and live in. Needs to be built by carpenters in California. California families are sick of being priced out of home ownership, and too many working people cannot afford to buy a home anymore in California. But what's going to fix it? AB 1751. Let's do it together. AB 1751. What does it do? Helps make housing more affordable, attainable, and townhomes, a nice home that you can live in, you can raise your family, you can be a part of a community and a neighborhood. And it's for just regular people, those of us that are just working. If a couple of us are working in our family, we should be able to buy a home. Yeah. Woo. So what does AB 1751 do? It cuts red tape. It just speeds up approval so that housing will get built. It doesn't need any taxpayer money. There's no handouts, there's no give-outs. It's just by speeding things up, building townhomes in our neighborhoods by carpenters that we can get it done. We're all about supporting workers. Workers work for all of us in the New California Coalition. We're a part of you, you're a part of us. What are we doing? New California Coalition is just a radical rise of the center of common sense, people who want to get things done. That's why we're bringing this bill. And lastly, 1751 is about affordability, it's opportunity, it's keeping the dream of home ownership alive for Californians, for you, for me, for my kids and your kids. Let's say yes. AB 1751, home ownership. Let's get it done. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Tracy, and thank you for sponsoring this bill. So when I say the Carpenters Union, we stand shoulder to shoulder with the Western States Carpenters Regional Council. And today we have a special guest. He is the Director of Organizing and the Vice President, Mr. Doug Hicks.
Let's talk about housing. It's an endangered species in the state of California. Housing that we can buy, that we can afford. It's time that California takes bold action, and that's what 1751 gives us. It's a bold new strategy. It's not a crazy thought to think that if you're building housing, you should be able to afford to live in that housing. Anybody who's walked one of those job sites understands one thing. It's a crime scene. Those aren't carpenters, they're victims of crime. Every day their wages are stolen from them. They trade their blood, sweat, and skills, and at the end of the day, all they get is half of what they're owed. To set a floor for these workers that sends the strong message that your skills and a set of tool bags comes with dignity. We build California. We stand in solidarity with all of our residential carpenters. And where the message is clear, there is hope on the horizon. 1751 sees you, and we're coming to help. It's time. For too long, those workers, because of the color of their skin and the language they speak and the country that they're from, have been overlooked. 1751 brings the dignity, brings the respect, and it brings the hope that they can be a California homeowner. They deserve that much. We will not damn carpenters to a life of poverty because somebody's got a problem with them making a little more. So now it's time for California to step up and support 1751 for home ownership, for the next generation of Californians, and for everybody who works in the residential industry. We're out here for 1751. Let's get it done.
Thank you, Doug. So we have a list of folks that want to be here to speak. They are running around, so we're going to bring up our next speaker, North Coast States Carpenters Union, EST, Jay Bradshaw.
My name is Jay Bradshaw. I'm honored to serve as the Executive Officer for the North Coast States Regional Council of Carpenters. Here we are again, carpenters, am I right? Yeah! I want to talk about our organization for a moment. There are those who engage in character assassination. I want to set the record straight on a few things. The issue of prevailing wages has come up. Over 25 years ago, the carpenters led, like we're leading now in this state, and established the strongest prevailing wage standards in the country, and that is untouchable and has nothing to do with what we're doing with AB 1751. Following that, we brought joint liability, right, to general contractors hiring bad subs, and have started to drive that up to those who hire those general contractors for justice for all construction workers in our state. There is no other labor organization within the trades that have done that. With no offense, we have stood shoulder to shoulder when they stand shoulder to shoulder with the working class of our state, which at the end of the day is the very foundation of any trade union in existence. There are those that will lose sight of that. There are those that look inside their own organization of what they can only do for their organization's current membership. We look to organize every carpenter within all of our crafts throughout the state. The housing crisis, it's estimated between 2.5 million and 3 million housing units needed yesterday. It's probably more like 5 million needed to help uplift the majority, over 90% of our state that is suffering economically, suffering from indignity if they're building and working on those job sites. As Brother Doug talked about, residential construction overall in the private sector is a crime scene of production. We estimate, when you look at those workers in that industry, millions in our state, over 3 million workers in the residential industry, subjected to labor trafficking, subjected to wage theft, and affecting our whole state through tax fraud. If you look at the tax fraud numbers, over $3 billion leaving our state through criminal contractors and criminal developers that hire them, and on the backs of those workers, ripping them off. If you look at the pressure on the public system, you could call it, quote, a welfare system in our state, public hospitals and subsidies those workers have to go to get any kind of health coverage at all in a crisis situation. Another $3 billion. We challenge our elected leaders. We challenge those who claim to represent workers in our state to step up, get out of your bubble and look at the whole state. What are we doing to pull those workers up? Do you have the guts to lead on the truth and to stand for everyone who lives in California? Or are you going to hide behind the shield of status quo and some old political machine and machinate and rub your hands and wonder what you're going to do to make everyone happy? A friend to all is not a friend at all. You're either for housing production, for the working class and beyond. You're either for those exploited workers and you will put the money in and the bodies in and the energy in as a labor organization, or you're not. We demand the truth. You need to stand with us. Our elected leaders are obligated to do the right thing. Despite us taking the lead in AB 2011, SB 423, and beyond, it has gotten worse for workers and Californians in our state. For residential, it is crushing economically, communities throughout our state. It is time for us to take a stand on this bill, AB 1751, and this should be the launching place for many more initiatives until we not only build more housing, we elevate those workers, those construction workers, and pull them up. And to any union out there, I cast a challenge. Put the boots on the ground, as we do. Put the money in. That non-union workers are not your enemy. Any union worth its salt. The number one thing is to organize, create opportunity for your membership, and fight till you get it done. We are honored to be here today. And as always, the Carpenters will lead the fight. We're scared of nothing. Let's go!
When I say Carpenter, you say power. Carpenter! 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 AB 1751 will raise the wage floor. It will protect workers, and it will build housing. Thank you very much. Carpenter! 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 Thank you.